Welcome to K&J Travel. Join us as we recap our family cruise from late 2018 aboard the Carnival Conquest.
In this video, we have our 5 tips for and 5 benefits of cruising. We celebrated Kisa's birthday aboard the cruise, and then she dropped the cake. Lucky for us, they gave us a new one, and then they also celebrated her at dinner.
Hi friends, this is Kisa
And Josh
from K&J Travel, here to show you some clips from our first family cruise that we took to
the Caribbean, stopping in Amber Cove, Dominican Republic, Grand Turk of Turks and Caicos, and Nassau, Bahamas.
This was our first family cruise that we took with Carnival, so we learned a lot. So we just plan to share some of those benefits and tips for you guys when you plan your first cruise.
All right, jumping right into our 5 tips for cruising. These are our opinion and in no particular order. So if you have different tips, feel free to drop them in the comments below. We like hearing those. But tip number 1 from me is to book early. That way you can get the choice of the floor on the boat, choice of the room. That way you can be close to where you want to be on the boat and have multiple rooms booked close together.
One of the tips that I wanted to share was to pick anytime dining if you are traveling with young children. We had some excursions planned. There's multiple activities on the boat, so I didn't want anyone to have to rush back to the room, shower, get changed, all of that fun stuff. So anytime dining worked for our family.
Tip number 3 from me is to either pay for early boarding. That way you can be one of the first on the boat, or arrive near the end of boarding. That way you can avoid the crowds and the long wait lines. Just get a much smoother boarding experience.
This first family cruise that we took, we had 4 children with us, and they are spaced out in age. So the best way to try and herd everyone in, when it's time to eat, we used the Carnival Hub app. It was really easy. The older children had their cell phones, so we were able to all stay connected.
And tip number 5 for me is get up a little earlier than you might like. That way you can beat a breakfast before the crowds. It saves a lot of time for activities and excursions throughout the day, and it allows you to get off the boat in a timely manner if you plan on deboarding for those excursions.
And the last tip that I had, just coming from the Midwest, is to arrive to your destination early where you're going to be boarding on the boat. For us, we were supposed to be going to Galveston. Due to a storm that happened a couple days before, we were unable to get there. So we missed one of our cruises, but that's going to be the biggest tip from us, is to arrive a day early.
All right, and then here in just a few moments, we'll share with you the 5 benefits that we see in cruising.
So now we're going to share the 5 benefits of cruises. Traveling with a family of 6, things get a little expensive. So with Carnival, we found that they have different price packages. You can even book through Costco if they have that in your area. So they have all different options for cruising, so everybody can go and enjoy.
And benefit number 2, They have plenty of variety as far as the activities on the boat. Keep all the ages happy and entertained. Our little ones were toddlers at the time, and our older ones were teens at the time, and everyone found activities that met their interests and kept them entertained.
The next one for me was the low stress. I tend to get worked up a little bit when we start planning family trips, since there are 6 of us, and then the 4 children that we do have are, we've got teens and then we've got toddlers. So finding something that fits with everyone's interest is typically a little difficult, but with the cruise, it was completely low stress.
Yep, and then benefit number 4, you can visit multiple desirable locations in one trip without a lot of planning. The boat's going to take you there, very little planning involved from your part. You just pick the one that fits your family interests and take it where it takes you.
And I guess the last one that we have is that the groups. We've got the 4 kids. They had different groups on the ships for each one of the kids' age groups. Of course, we put the 2 littles together, and then the older 2 girls are about 2 years apart, and they both had separate groups that they were able to go and hang out, meet friends, roam around the boat with. So everybody was entertained. There was literally not really any downtime when you were on that boat. They stayed busy and happy, so that was the bonus.
Definitely good for us. If you have different benefits or things you like about cruising, drop them in the comments below.
Thank you.